what's up? It's Megan and welcome back to my channel. I have my girl Carly here with me.
Hi.
Today we're going to talk about ways in which to manage your mental illness. So we're going to talk about coping skills and things that help us on the daily to get by with having a severe mental illness. So for me, the number one thing I do to manage my mental illness is workout. I have to work out. Literally, I have to work out or I will be a huge bitch. It's bad.
That's a good coping mechanism, though.
Yeah,
Healthy for you. And
it's healthy. I mean, sometimes if I'm a little manic when I'm working out, I'll go like over the top. Like I'll go for a 5-mile run and then I'll take a CrossFit class. I've learned since I've been diagnosed and I'm medicated, I'm a lot more chill. So it's easier for me to, not overdo it in the gym. I try to go easy on myself. Taking days off is good. I used to be like addicted to going to the gym, and now I try to take days off and let my body rest and recover, and I think that's really important.
what do you do when you're feeling really depressed? Do you motivate yourself to still go to the gym, or how do you do that?
Depression is really hard. It depends on how severe my depression is. There's been times where my depression is so severe I couldn't go to the gym even if I wanted to. I am so out of it. I can't even get out of my bed. I can't even shower. So in that severe of a depression, there's definitely no way that I could go to the gym. But there are days where I'm just struggling with being in my head. I'm just having ruminating negative thoughts. And a lot of times what helps me is I have a really good friend and we motivate each other with the gym. So I'll text her and be like, I need a boost. Like I need you to tell me to get my ass up, put on my workout shit and go to the gym. And that's exactly what she does. So that really helps me. But those are on days where my depression isn't as severe. It's just like I'm feeling kind of poopy.
Right.
Not feeling very good. What's something that you do to help cope with depression or even hypomania, which you have because you have bipolar type 2 disorder?
I think it's different for everyone, but for me, I just like taking time by myself. I like going on a long drive and listening to good music. I like, if I'm not feeling super depressed, I like doing my hair and makeup. It's a passion and a hobby of mine.
Same.
And it just makes you feel better too. I think it's just knowing my illness, and when I go to bed at night or when I try to sleep, it's hard because you wake up and you don't know what kind of mood you'll be in, depending on what episode, and you just kind of have to be self-aware as much as you can and kind of fight through those feelings as much as possible and do those little things for you. Like I said, taking a drive, listening to music. YouTube is a huge outlet for me. I find other people that have similar experiences just to know that I'm not alone. That really helps.
Watching hair and makeup YouTube videos makes me happy.
Oh, it's therapeutic for sure. I could watch people blend their eyeshadow forever and ever. Painting. I've gotten back into painting. It's on and off. It's a love-hate relationship.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah, drawing and painting is a great way too. That really helps me.
When I'm in a really severe depression, that's a huge difference between just being a little bit down or struggling with ruminating negative thoughts. But I find that when I can, getting outside of myself and helping other people or doing things for other people does make a big difference.
For sure. Just surrounding yourself with good people too. And that kind of takes a long time, just knowing your boundaries with people and what triggers you and what doesn't, and just as much as possible. Sometimes it's hard, but keep away from those triggers that make you swing into a manic or hypomanic or a severe depression.
I think it's especially important, for everyone in general, but I have a mental illness, so I'm speaking from my experience. It is so crucial and important to surround yourself with friends that are there for you unconditionally, like your ride or dies. I've lost a lot of friends ever since I've been diagnosed with my mental illness. People don't understand, judge kind of what I went through with my manic episodes, which I'm very empathetic, so I see from their perspective on the outside looking in how that would be like, whoa, like I get it, but it still hurts.
Yeah.
But I'm at a place now where I feel like I have my tribe around me, and it's a really good feeling to have my truth out there, to finally have come out of the darkness, and everyone knows I'm very public about the fact that I have bipolar disorder, and people are still loving me anyways and still there for me. That just means a lot to me, and it makes me feel comfortable that because everyone has this awareness about my mental illness, I can tell people where I'm at and like what kind of mood I'm in, if I'm having an episode. It's just really nice having that support.
Yeah, definitely. It's really hard being in those really high up and lows because mental illness doesn't give you an excuse to be a bad person, but you also want people to be empathetic and understand what you're going through. And it's hard to find people like that. It's a very fine line. Like, I could be a jerk to people if I'm, going through whatever mood I'm in, and it's not an excuse. I shouldn't treat people like that, but I also want them to be empathetic and also know that
Not take it personal.
Not take it personally, and that's not like the real me. I think that's why it's important to get the word out there with mental illness and everything, to teach people that
we're not doing this on purpose. We're not being a dick on purpose. My husband has done a really good job of this because obviously he's around me more than anyone, and I admit I can be a real asshole. I can be a real bitch to deal with. I feel like my husband before would amplify things when he would fight back with me, but it's like now he knows that I'm sick, and when I'm acting that way, to diffuse me, to not, because when you have bipolar disorder, again, speaking for myself, if I'm already like out of 10 and then someone matches me, I'm gonna keep going until it's like, I don't know what the limit is.
There is no limit.
There is no limit.
I will win. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like don't do that to me, bro. Like, don't make me go there with you. That's just what it is. Another thing is, do you like to clean like a freak sometimes?
Yeah, and it's so
only sometimes. I'm normally messy, but like when I get hypomanic, I just like go buck with cleaning.
Oh yeah, I'm like an organized, messy person, but when I feel like I need to clean, I clean everything. I'll rip everything out of my room and then put it back to where it was and clean underneath everything, and it takes me hours. But yeah, when I'm in the mood, I cannot stop at all.
Yeah, I know. There's been times, especially since being diagnosed, it's weird after you're diagnosed and you know what's happening, but you can't stop. Like a lot of times at night, it'll be like 2 a.m. and I'll be on YouTube and like I'll tell myself, Megan, like you're getting a little manic, like go to bed, like you need to get off YouTube. But it's like I can't.
Yeah, no.
I gotta watch YouTube right now.
Yeah.
So it's like this like fight in my head. And then also with cleaning, like I'll call my husband and be like, I did this and I did this and I did this, and he's like, babe, whoa, like slow down,
Yeah.
like you go lay on the couch for a minute and just like take a break. And I'm like, I can't.
It's like
I
it's like
can't.
tunnel vision, and it when you're set in your own way, you're going to do that.
Yeah, it's like until I'm done, I can't relax. It's weird.
And I always feel like I don't know if you're like this, but I always feel the need I have to tell people like all the things I've done that day.
Totally.
And they're
Yes.
like, well, I went on a jog at 4 a.m. and then I went home, I took a shower, cleaned my room, and then like.
I want people to be proud of me. I think that's where, at least
sure.
for me, that's
Oh,
where
yeah.
it comes from. I need people to be like impressed with me.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that comes with being bipolar too, is that you want,
Perfection. I think
Yeah.
we'll have to do another video about that at another time, of bipolar disorder and being a perfectionist. I've really struggled with when things are not perfect in my mind, and again, there's no such thing as perfect, but I will try to be as close to perfect as I
Yeah.
possibly can be, and when I'm not,
Yeah, that's a
perfect,
trigger for
yeah.
sure. When you want something to be perfect and it's never going to be, and then you disappoint yourself, that can really trigger me into a depressive episode too.
Same.
When
Oh
I have my
gosh.
mindset on something and it doesn't turn out exactly the way I wanted to, I think I'm a failure and there's no point anymore. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%. That happens to me all the time. I was like that a lot when I started my business. It's a good thing in the sense because I'm really motivated. Once I make up my mind that I want something, like I will not sleep, which isn't good. I will not rest until I get it. Like when I started my hair business, I wanted a successful business and I created it and I worked my ass off to get there. But there's a difference between like working hard and like overworking yourself to a point that it's not healthy. And like I definitely went over the point of it not being healthy at many times in my life.
and when you crash, you burn out.
Yeah, the crash with bipolar disorder is really, really shitty. It can be hard with bipolar disorder. You do burn a lot of bridges. I know there's a lot of people out there that have a problem with me or don't like me or, you know, whatever. And that's just life. Not everyone's gonna like you. And I know that I can be difficult. I'm aware of it. Beginning of getting diagnosed, it's a lot. And now I feel like I've been diagnosed for 2 years. I'm stable on my meds. I've kind of gone through a lot to get to this point, and yeah, just as of now, I'm in a place where I feel like I can actually make amends with people and reach out to people and apologize for anything I've done during an episode and actually mean it, because I'm in like a healthy place. Like, I think if you try to apologize too soon and you're not healthy, you're just gonna piss them off
Yeah,
again.
or do it again, yeah.
Yeah. So.
How did you feel when you were diagnosed? Were you relieved that you finally knew what was wrong with you, or were you ashamed, or how did you feel?
I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in jail. It's not funny, but it's funny. The MHP came to my cell and I had toilet paper on my head like Tupac. Like, I made like a headband and I was just like storming around my cell. Manic, very manic. And she came to my cell and she like knocked on the window and she's like, "Is this you?" And she went to my Facebook and there was a picture of me and I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Do you own your own business?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "You have bipolar type 1 disorder and we're not releasing you from jail. We're transporting you directly to a psych ward." And I was like,
Were you in denial about it at first, or did you know? Did it kind of click in
I
your
was
head?
so sick. I was so manic that I was completely out of it. I was completely gone. I've been diagnosed with bipolar type 1 with psychotic features, which is kind of hard to say, but it's true. I have in the past gone completely psychotic, and I was psychotic in jail. I mean, now that time has passed and I have my diagnosis, it is a relief because I reflect back on my life and it makes perfect sense. I mean, it's like, how did I not know that I had this sooner? I try to believe that all of this happened to me so that I could get to this place where I could make videos and try to help people. That's my goal in life. That's what I'm passionate about, is mental health and talking about it and not being afraid to speak your truth, because I know for myself, I was terrified to come forward, especially with the depression. I was so embarrassed to have anyone have suspicion or find out that I was depressed. And now that I'm completely public and basically like everyone knows that I have bipolar disorder, it's a relief.
Which is hard. I not a lot of people don't know that I have bipolar.
We have different experiences
Yeah,
with that then.
I'm really close to my brother, and he doesn't know, and I think he would be super supportive. It's just, I have just never gotten to that point with certain
You're more
people.
private about it. Well, with me, when I got diagnosed, well, when I went through all my episodes, I was like posting like an asshole on social media. I know I've mentioned that in previous videos. I mean, like manic shit, like everyone's abusing me, like, you know, I was just out of my fucking mind. So I felt like I really had no choice other than to come forward. I mean, I could have just like left that there and then just like brushed it under the rug, but I felt like it was appropriate to address it. So I've made posts on my social media explaining myself, you know, not making excuses, because, you know, there's things I did when I was manic that you can't excuse that poor behavior, but I hope people can just be compassionate and sympathetic to know that I was sick and that isn't the real me. And, you know, most people have known me for a very long time, and, you know, they know the real me and they know that wasn't the real me, so they can cut me a fucking break. I've been through enough, you know, I don't need people to, like, be hard on me.
For sure, yeah. And if they are, then you know that those people aren't, you know, the right friends for you.
Nope.
No.
Thank you for watching this video. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.